Hi, welcome to John Reads the Mail. So today I'll be reading a sign, actually. If you remember or you saw last week's episode, I read a sign on the boardwalk at Rehoboth Beach. Well, today's sign is something that we encountered on the way to Rehoboth Beach, and on the way back it was along the side of the road. Now, when you're traveling down the road at like 45-50 miles an hour, and see a roadside sign, chances are you're only going to see the words that are in the largest print, which is what happened to me. I caught a glimpse of this, maybe a second long, and so all I saw were the words. And my reaction upon seeing that was, "Did you see that sign?" So I'm going to let you see the sign, and also the reverse side of the sign, which is also very interesting. And then we'll come back and we'll have a little chat. Okay? All right, enjoy. Behold, I come quickly. But that's not all. On the other side of the sign, it says, "I will come again. Therefore be ready. Watch out. Watch out." Lots of fertilizer in this field right here, I'm sure. Thanks. We'll see you next time. Welcome back. So as you see, it's quite a remarkable sign, to say the least. So two things, right? As I mentioned before, when you're driving along in a car, you have company, you're enjoying your conversation, you know, unless you have a very dysfunctional family and you're all sitting there in morbid silence. If you're having a conversation, you're not going to notice much about roadside signs. And if anything catches your eye, it's going to be the largest print. It's what happened to me. It's what I'm sure happens to a lot of people who drive along the road and see the sign. They see the large words, "I come quickly," and it's, what could that possibly mean? Is this an ad for Viagra? Is some poor soul who's a member of a 12-step program for men who suffer from premature ejaculation, you know, coming clean for all his friends and loved ones and potential partners? Anyway, the point is, you have to think, when you make a sign, you have to consider that people are not necessarily going to get the meaning that you intend. So you have to be careful about the words you choose, or in this case, the quote-unquote Bible verse that you would choose, which is a translation. How it got translated that way, I'm not sure. But yeah, so, and if you're not familiar with the Bible, and if you're not familiar with Bible verses or Christianity or the idea of the second coming of Christ, then this sign gets lost on you, and you're just left to try to figure out what it means. So it's important to take that into consideration when you're making a sign like that. I mean, really. And the other point is, I'm not going to delve into this. I'm just going to bring it up because it's kind of a darker side of the innuendo that can be read off the sign, is that in this day and age, in light of all the revelations in recent years, revelations, there we go, Christian term. Anyway, revelations in recent years about the scandalous sexual misconduct by leaders and people in positions of power within the church. Not everybody. This isn't blanket. It's a few people, we'll say, but still, that's, people remember that, you know, and so you would want to be extra careful about that. Anything you put on a sign might be read in light of those scandals and accusations and truths that have come out about about some of the activities that have been occurring in these institutions by people who are part of these institutions. You get what I mean, right? Without me saying it. Just repeat those two phrases over again and just, I mean, it's a fire alarm, a red alarm, alarm for me. I would never go there. You know, who knows? Sign maker, what's going on in their mind. Anyway, so that's this week's John Reads the Sign. I hope you found it interesting, fun, thought-provoking, and I'll see you next time, I hope. Go to YouTube and subscribe, please. John Reads the Mail. Yay!